My name is Ulrike Schwinn, and I want to explain data use case domains in 23AI in the next short video. As you may know, hopefully Oracle Database 23i provides many new features, and one of these is data use case domains, or also called SQL domains or use case domains. Let's bring it in some context. I already explained in another short video what annotations is like. These are constructs to help application developers to declare data intended usage. Annotations, in short, is something to declare the intention of tables or columns. It's similar to comments, but it's much more and more flexible. In this video, we will explain data use case domains. It's a step further. It's not only the attention of a table or column, it's a data value information, but let's explain it in some short examples. So what is the limitation inside databases we want to overcome with data use case domains? It's the limited understanding of how data is actually used by applications. Credit card numbers, birth of date, or much more complex informations that you may want to display or explain in a table. Okay, you use Oracle Database Extended Domain concept. There's also a SQL standard about it that overcomes really these limitations. What is data use case domains? You can say a lightweight type modifier or definer that centrally document intended data usage for applications. So it's a new database object. It belongs to the schema and provides properties, for example, constraints. It does not modify underlying structures or data types, so it's not breaking any applications. And it can be created and changed and dropped independently from the table and column definition. And that's also one of the strengths of data use case domains. The benefits are obvious. You can improve data quality, reduce code. It's reusable, of course. And it helps to provide consistency and clarity about use cases. So let's give the first example, a single column use case domain. There's also multi-column and flexible domain and an enumeration type. And here, as you can see, this is for an email address. I used regexp as a check constraint, a default value, and I have a definition of how it should be displayed. The same for the birth of year. The year of birth, and it's constrained if it's a valid date and how you can display it, and of course then order it by year of birth. How can I use it? I can use it in a create table statement. As you can see here, the email, for example, will get the additional information. You need the keyword domain here. My email domain is my defined domain here. And the second one is the year of birth that I can use in the person table here. A separate separate objects, as you can see, and the table person. These are some examples of the characteristic. You see there's more possibility. You can also have validation, you will see in a later, or even annotations in addition to the characteristics we already have seen. You need a new privilege. It's create domain. It is included in the new DB developer role if you want to use this. So how can I insert data? How can I display data? To display data, there are special domain SQL functions, for example, domain display to display the value or domain name. But let's first insert some data. And if you enter wrong data, then of course you get a check constraint error. If you insert valid data, as you can see in the multi-value insert here, I inserted with one command here 4 different values. You can insert it and then let's display it. And when you use domain display here for email and our year of birth, you can see what I have defined in the display part of the domain here. It's missing mail, it's a suffix of the email address. And the birth here has a special structure here with a 19 and hyphen and 80, for example, for the first case. So you may use SQL functions to easily find out what the definition is behind and how the data will then really look like. Now, let's also explain something what Oracle already provides. It provides built-in use case domains, means you can even now dissociate the already existing domain here, my user-defined email domain. And there is an email D domain built in by Oracle, and you may use it. And there's again an alter table command where you can modify the column and add this predefined email domain. And as you can check all the time with the described person command, you can see that there is an email. We use the built-in domain, and here we still use our predefined domain here. There are much more. If you want to see which built-in domains exist, please check out the QR code. You will find the definitions of all the existing built-in domains. Yeah, let's give an example for multi-column use case domain. As the name already suggests, it has not only one column information in it, it defines or uses more than one column in his definition. Here, an easy example for currency. Let's say there is an amount and a currency code. It should be displayed together and it should be ordered according to the amount. You can use it in the table as you can see here and before. Let's insert again a couple of columns here with euro, with US dollar and other currencies. And then again, let's use the SQL function we just saw to get an idea what we have already defined. And as you can see, the domain display is displaying the code, the currency code and the number, and the domain order was according to the amount. So this is ordered now by the amount and displayed accordingly to our domain. That's also another easy example. You can also do something with JSON. You can validate JSON data. As you may know, we support JSON schema in 23 AI. And of course, you could have it in a table and validate it inside the table, but you can also use a create domain command, as you can see here. And we define the schema here. It's everything around a person here. And at the end, of course, you use it in a create table statement, as we learned before. It's the same. And when you insert now data that's not valid, then of course you will get the error message as we have seen before. So to conclude the session again, how can I monitor the whole thing? There's a user all DBA domains, data dictionary table. For columns, we have one, or for constraints. As you can see here, with the user domains, I have the name and the data display, but there's also a column data order and much more. But what you can also do, the good old DBMS metadata get DDL, can use the object type SQL domain, and then you get even the whole create statement, create domain statement that you may use in other applications and so on. This concludes my presentation. I hope you found it helpful.